Welcome to The Breakdown, where we're breaking down marketing knowledge for auto repair shop owners like you.
Well, hi everyone, and welcome back to another episode of The Breakdown, where we take a complex topic, break it down, make it easy to understand, and we do it old school on a whiteboard. Today, we're going to be talking about acquisition marketing versus retention marketing. Why does it matter? Well, you need to know who it is that you're marketing to. Know who you're marketing to, why you're doing it, and what outcome you expect. And the thing is, you will learn that retention marketing, which is the act of bringing existing customers back in more often, is much more effective and much more inexpensive than acquisition marketing, which is taking people who have never been to your shop and turning them into customers to begin with. But this is the one that everybody tends to focus on, is acquisition marketing, and they tend to leave retention marketing in the background, and there's so much that needs to be done here. So let's talk about each. All right, acquisition marketing is the awareness. This is a funnel. In the auto repair world, we're all familiar with funnels. Well, it's funny, in marketing, we talk about funnels also, because in marketing, you have all of these people that need to come into the top of the funnel, and over time, as you market to them, you want them to come out of the bottom of the funnel as a customer. And that's the basic idea. Acquisition marketing is creating awareness of your business and getting them into the funnel, and then retention marketing is about creating loyalty and getting them to become repeat customers. So they're going back into the funnel. They don't have to go in at the very top. They're kind of going in the middle, and then they're coming out, and it is a endless cycle of them returning if you are doing a great job. Now, acquisition marketing, again, this is the one that everybody tends to focus on, bringing new customers in. The way that we're going to do that is with things like Google Ads, spending money, Facebook and Instagram ads, spending money, billboards, spending lots of money, direct mail, spending even more money, radio and television, spending more money, signage and curb appeal. Well, you need to do that no matter what, but it's still spending money. On the other side over here, retention marketing, bringing existing customers back and spending with you more often. These are going to be things like your CRM. Yeah, CRMs are not free, but they're much less expensive than everything that's on that side of the funnel over there. Same thing here with SMS and text messaging. This is pennies. And direct mail, spend money, yes. But more effective when you're marketing to people who are already customers. Okay, this is going to be your direct mail where you're sending them reminders about services that they need to have done and such as that, whereas over here is direct mail saying, hey, look at us, we're an auto repair shop, we're close to you, we fix cars. Need anything done to your car? Whole lot less effective than this, okay? Social media, whereas over here we're talking about Facebook and Instagram ads, paying for them, because even if someone likes your page, you can figure 2% to, they say 2% to 16% of the people who see the page will actually see your posts. There's value in people seeing these posts, but these people have probably never interacted with your page, so they're probably not going to see them at all. But when you pay, they do. But again, you're paying. Over here, social media marketing, where you're doing things, we got KLT right here, that is know, like, trust. You're doing things on your social media to get people to know, like, and trust you and your team. This can be completely free if you're doing it yourself. And look, forgive me for the soapbox, but like if you're paying somebody else to do your social media and they're sending the same posts out to your audience as they are every other shop that is one of their customers, which is super common that it happens, that does nothing for you to get people to know, like, and trust you. They're sending out generic auto repair information because if they're putting the same post out to 300 different auto repair shops, it has to be generic. Let's face it, okay? And then creating raving fan service. This cannot be understated. That is absolutely marketing. We think of it as customer service, but it is marketing. to create raving fan service. If you've never read the book Raving Fans, it's a very simple, easy little book to read that just kind of tells some stories, and it'll get you thinking about ways that you can create raving fan service. When you create raving fans, these people just keep going into the funnel. And the other thing that happens is when they go into the funnel, they tend to bring their friends and their family into the funnel with them when you create these raving fans. So, just to wrap it up, acquisition marketing, bringing new people into your business that have never been a customer before, expensive. And it's effective. Like, we do this stuff for people every day. It's effective, but it's nowhere near as effective as retention marketing. It's more effective and less expensive. Now, if you're a new shop and you don't have clients really to retain yet, of course you have to spend a lot more on acquisition marketing. And you have to do acquisition marketing, okay? You can't just do retention marketing and not do acquisition marketing, because there's a certain number of these people that they move away, they die. You know, things happen that makes it where they're not going to come back to your shop. No matter how much you create a raving fan, if they kick the bucket, they're not coming back into your shop. If they move to another state, they're not coming back to your shop. So there is a percentage of attrition that happens that you cannot, like, there's nothing you can do about it, and that's where your acquisition marketing comes in. Also, if you're trying to build a legacy type business, you know, you're wanting to add millions of dollars in revenue, and I see more and more and more of this, and look, I love it because I'm a serial entrepreneur. It's just in my blood to do it. And, you know, I want to build a legacy type business, and I love seeing auto repair shop owners building legacy type businesses. If you're doing $1 million or $2 million in revenue and you want to be at $5 million in revenue, you have to do acquisition marketing. There's no getting around it. You really, like I say, you have to do this no matter what. But when you can get to the point where you're spending as much, or you're putting as much effort into your retention marketing as you are your acquisition marketing, this is going to outperform that, and it's going to lead to a much busier shop. Don't forget the retention marketing. All right. I'm talking in circles at this point, so we're going to call this one done. I hope that you got some good value from it. And remember, in everything that you do, be a pro.